We're always in our clubhouse getting high. Super fuckers! Everybody wishes we would die. Super fuckers! Here we come like a bomb. Everybody fucking run and hide.
It's the Pizza Party Podcast. Who are you people? I'm Pan Pizza.
I'm Jim.
I'm at my grandma's house.
Mega awesome.
My grandma, what big eyes you have. My grandma, what big ears you have.
My grandma, are you a fucking furry?
Oh shit.
Hey, who's this other guy? Who's
Oh,
back?
I'm Paleo. I'm back.
He's back.
Paleo's back, everyone. He makes video logs and reviews of stuff.
Paleo's
So
back
yeah.
in the
sent
store, guys.
from us, and therefore he must pay.
Also,
Oh,
yeah, Paleo's got his own podcast, and Jim sometimes goes on there.
Go watch it.
So if you want more Jim, we'll link to that podcast in the description.
yeah, so he's on a podcast every week.
Yeah. Also, Paleo's
Pretty much.
Paleo's is live, like a live podcast, since he knows how to do that.
Yeah.
It's a lot more put together than ours is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It is? I don't...
Yeah.
Ouch.
You have better...
I'm the one who puts these things together, essentially, since I gather all the questions and news and whatever.
Yeah,
Well, you usually
Paleos has better
oversleep.
aesthetic.
Never
Oh.
tell us anything about the topic or the news.
All you do is
don't know the-
all
you
you have
don't-
to do
oh,
is
don't know.
ask. I just ask.
I don't know, like, I'm just...
Tell us.
I'm late. I'm lazy. I don't know. But yeah.
Right, don't know anything what the news is going to be at all.
Yeah.
Well, I like that to be a surprise, so I get my improv reactions that the audience so wants.
Yeah, I think that the news thing works better. But yeah, the next video is gonna be SWAT Cats, the Radical
Hooray.
Squadron.
Oh yes,
Anyone remember that show on Cartoon
Yes,
Network?
I
do.
need to rewatch that at some point.
Isn't that from the same creator of Mega Babies?
Oh.
Oh.
It is?
Also, I found out like the creators also worked on Lunatics Unleashed.
Oh.
really?
Explains a lot of things.
Design-wise, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like now I see it. Yeah.
I remember because before a lot of cable providers had Cartoon Network, they used to play SWAT Cats on, I think, TNT, but
Yeah.
it might have been TBS to like kind of, because no one was watching Cartoon Network, they wanted to make some money off of that show and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Because I remember like going to at my house didn't have Cartoon Network, so we would go to a hotel and sometimes they would have Cartoon Network. But I was so confused because it's like, wait, why is Cartoon Network part-time Cartoon Network and other times TBS? And that's how they did it back then. There was Cartoon Network and then there was TBS, but sometimes TBS as promotion would have a Cartoon Network block.
oh,
I think
All
that's
I
what
know
it was.
about TBS is they played those Medea shows and Family Guy.
yeah, and they're the ones who are paying for more American Dad.
Oh
So,
yeah, thanks TBS for saving American Dad.
Fuck you, TBS.
Oh boy. Yeah, so anyway, I went to a convention recently. Wait, Nolan, didn't you go to a convention too?
I didn't go yet. I'm going to ACEN, Anime Central, on May 16th, this coming Saturday. So if you are in the Rosemont, Illinois area, I will be there, and I will be wearing my podcast avatar costume. So if you want to harass me, maybe touch my butt, then come to
Whoa.
ACEN.
Yeah, be on the lookout for a guy with a pill shirt.
If you see
Yeah.
Nolan, please ask him the question, are you gay, Nolan? To say that like really loudly.
No, Nolan will sign any fedora. If you have a fedora, Nolan
Oh,
loves signing
fuck
fedoras.
Oh, fuck you, Jim. Wow.
And if you see Nolan far away, just screech at the top of your lungs. Like the loudest
Jim,
screech
if we
you can
ever do meet, I swear
If you
to
ever
God,
see him, just say Sonic sucks.
Oh. Whoa.
What? Because that fedora
That's-
nerds are gonna come up to you in droves. I just want to see. If someone would animate just an animated character of Nolan punching nerds in fedoras, that would be the greatest thing ever. I want it really well done though. I don't just do it like spend at least 2 months of your life on this dumb thing that would only make me laugh.
So someone needs to make a Dead Rising mod, but change the main character of Dead Rising into Nolan and all the zombies into fedora guys. And just have come at him in droves.
Sorry, that's not funny.
No. Make a Pikmin mod. Yeah, Nolan's the Pikmin commander guy, Olimar, and all the Fedora guys are the little Pikmin.
This is gonna be another meme question. I'm gonna get in my Tumblr ass box for the next couple months. I hate you all.
God.
They're gonna be like, "Why do you hate fedoras so much?" Get it? I asked the question that was on the podcast.
I'm pretty funny, right, bro?
I'm making fun of Trilbies, yeah. Trilbies with like regular t-shirts, that's bad. But if you have like a fedora or a Trilby with like an actual suit or something fancy, yeah, that's right. That's good.
I asked someone once, actually, no, it was like a week ago. It was like, well, if you wear fedoras, that means you like film noir and 40s movies. And they looked at me like, no, they like anime. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, you should at least, if you wear a fedora and you haven't seen at least 3 Humphrey Bogart movies, one of which cannot be Casablanca, you are not allowed to wear that fedora anymore. By law, that's not okay.
Don't.
Jim will confiscate it.
That's real talk.
Oh,
yeah, if I'm going to come up, I'm going to quiz you just like that kid said would happen to you if Marilyn Manson wanted an autograph from you in the 90s. I will do that.
But speaking of conventions, like Saturday, I went to South Texas Comic-Con, which takes place at the most southern point of Texas ever, like as south as you can get without going into Mexico, and several people did recognize me.
Wait, what do you look like? I don't know what you look like.
Well, I had my Pan Pizza head shirt, so that's what it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and for some reason, someone asked me to like, hey, can you autograph this book? And it was Johnny the Homicidal Maniacs. It's like, I didn't write this, but okay, I'll sign it.
Yeah.
Wow, that lowered in value.
Oh, I should have signed it in Emily's name.
Oh.
No, you
like
should have crossed out homicide and put incest for Johnny's.
gosh, I love Joan Vasquez, even though I don't know how to read.
That's like that Simpsons joke where the fat comic book guy's like here's a picture of Sean Connery signed by Roger Moore.
Oh.
Well.
Oh.
I always love that joke. Like Roger Moore was just signing autographs, didn't think about it. By the way, if that exists, I would pay top dollar.
Oh, well,
by that I mean $2.
Damn. Well, they're both still alive, so I mean they don't have much left in them. So someone's got to do that now.
Someone has to get Roger Moore to sign a picture of Sean Connery.
Roger Moore, I know you're the worst James Bond, but can you please sign this, please? The better James Bond. Oh, but hey, let's get into the news.
Was that all that happened to you at the con?
I don't know. I walked around. Stuff was there. People reckon. Oh, and I went out with my scene friend.
Oh boy.
Oh, right. By the way, I forgot. Speaking of my other friend, Sundre friend, recently my Sundre friend was in a car accident. Some guy with no insurance and no papers T-boned her, but she's fine now, except she's on medication and has to sleep a lot. But if anyone has any money to donate, I put a link below to donate to her, since I do plan on giving her like some Patreon money and also any extra YouTube money I have. So
Hashtag pay for Tsundere.
yeah, get well Tsundere.
Get well
Get well
soon.
Tsundere. Hashtag get well Tsundere.
Yeah, she looks like Frida from El Tigre. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into the news.
Cause we are the Aqua Teens. Make the homies say ho and the girls wanna scream. Cause we are the Aqua Teens. Make the homies say ho and the girls wanna scream. Yeah, Aqua Teen Homer Force. #1 in the hood, G.
Mega awesome. I'm gonna do that voice right one day. Watch, you'll see.
Mega high Hitler.
Mega love.
Jesus.
Let's see. News. Aqua Teen Forever is the new final season of Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Fucking finally.
Wait, it's called Aqua Teen Forever and it's the final season?
Yep.
forever.
Now they advertised.
Wow, that's ironic.
They should have waited for the 4th season and called it Forever.
No, they had to go for
But
10 more
the
seasons.
4th season's already done.
Yeah, well, you know.
That was
they
that
had
was a
their
long
chance.
time ago.
They had their chance. But yeah, like Aqua Teen was there since the beginning of Adult Swim. Like, oh yeah, but I'm gonna do an Aqua Teen Did You Know video after the SWAT Cats video. But anyway, like Aqua Teen Hunger Force, like, do you think it lasted too long or just right?
I haven't watched the last couple seasons, but I remember a season a couple years ago I actually kind of liked. So I don't know. I mean, it's always weird that you would forget about it, and then a couple years later I'd watch a season and go, oh, it's all right, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
For me, it's like the same with like Very Odd Parents, where it's like I can't believe that's still running because at one time I really loved the show, and eventually I just grew out of it, and I found out that's canceling too. It's like, wow, it's been going on this long.
Wait, Very Odd Parents is canceling?
I think so. That's what I've heard.
I'm surprised. Why is Squidbillies still going?
I don't know.
I like Squidbillies, but that's a show I kind of feel like we need to cut it out with.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I never got around. I never wanted to watch Squidbillies because it always looked so unappealing to me.
Oh, that's like the whole appeal of the show is that it's unappealing.
I don't like it.
It's gross looking, yeah.
But yeah, it's finally over. Aqua Teen. Are you excited?
All we have to do is pray that
Never
Simpsons
seen
will
Aqua
end
Teen,
soon.
so I don't care.
The last link to classic Adult Swim from the beginning is dead.
Yeah, it was like kind of the big show, the first big show from Adult Swim. Because
Yeah.
before C-Lab hit, and Brack was around, did okay, but it was like the first big show. Like, anyone you knew who watched it, they just want to talk about Aqua Teen and Meatwad.
I mean, it's the most like quotable show, like one of the most quotable shows I
Yeah.
can think of.
My mind!
What was that?
It was from it was from the friggin' what's the name of the doctor in the beginning of the
Dr.
gags?
Weird.
Doctor Strange?
I think.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. He's like, my mind.
Behold! And then a thundercloud, and then a rabbit.
I should not have to walk so a child may live.
I loved Assisted Living Dracula.
Oh yeah, I was
Oh,
looking
yeah,
through.
that was great.
I was looking through the DVDs, and like on there, like you can actually watch the entirety of like those weird things they watch on TV from the DVD because they have it saved on there. Like the puppet show with the horror movie puppet show, the one where it's like, this is your left, that's your left, this is your
Yeah.
right, you're gonna die.
That's a show that, like, you know, some shows if you're buying them on DVD, you end up getting either the first season or keep collecting them.
Yeah.
And that's the only show I have, like, season 1 and then season 4 and then, like, another season. It's, like, really weird. And I know a lot of people who, when I go over to their place and I look at their DVD collection, it's like, oh, I have 2, 7, and 8. And you're like, what? And, like, I've noticed that a lot with Aqua Teen. Like, people just own random seasons.
I know my friend that used to come over here a lot. He had like every season like as they were coming out.
Oh,
So
wow.
he was a big fan of the show.
Damn.
The best stoner show on the planet.
Yeah, and it's finally over. I don't know.
Thank
Just
God.
it's like I don't care anymore. It ran its
Well,
course.
now that like Rick and Morty's like doing huge, I think they're trying to be a little more legitimate, better.
I don't know about that because they have all those weird live action things at like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
the
those
live
are
action
like
shows are
those are like at 3. Oh yeah, I forgot about it. I'm not a big. I don't know, but I know Rick and Morty's like killing it in terms of the ratings. So maybe they don't want to keep giving up prime slots to stuff like Aqua Teen anymore.
Waiting for that new season of Rick and Morty to come out soon.
That's
I'm still
when is
waiting
that?
for
June?
Collab to come
supposed to be
back.
in summer.
No
sometime.
idea, but I remember seeing previews of it when it was on Comic-Con. Like there was just storyboards. They didn't finish animating yet.
I'm excited. I need to get the DVD of season 1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
me
think
too.
I feel like Rick and Morty is like basically like fills the whole of Futurama because it's they're both sci-fi comedies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't start sucking later seasons.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
it hasn't had later seasons yet, so give it time. It will suck too.
We plan on having an
I hope
Aqua
not.
Teen Hunger Force theme podcast some other day, but let's get into the next topic. I mean, the next news.
Next news
News
topic.
Yeah.
Okay. The Weinstein Company, the movie company, is rebooting for animated TV Spy Kids, David the Gnome, and Reboot.
Wait,
Reboot!
Spy Kids-
Wait, they're rebooting Reboot.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk
The-
about Spy
the-
Kids. Spy Kids getting a gritty reboot?
Fuck yeah, Spy Cunts.
Spy Kids die harder.
Even the kids die in this movie.
Is Robert Rodriguez involved in it, or is it just the Weinsteins just want the money?
They haven't said, but like I don't know. If you go back to watch Robert Rodriguez kids films, there's something else.
Well, the coolest thing about Robert Rodriguez is none of the Spy Kids movies cost more than the first one, because he realized like that's how franchises become unprofitable. So the second Spy Kids movie costs the same amount as the first, and I think the third one
explains
in
a lot.
3D. Was the third one in 3D?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one cost a little bit more, but he never had them cost too much so that he could keep making them the way he wanted. So he ended up not what they would get for the sequels is no one would really get more money. He would just get more artistic control.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's Robert Rodriguez.
I mean,
so
like he was known for making El Mariachi, which is like the most low budget as you can get
Yeah.
for a film that isn't Clerks.
it's a good movie, though. I like El Mariachi.
I mean, yeah, you should. Anyone watching this should look up Robert Rodriguez's 10-minute film school where he talks about how he makes some of these movies for so cheap.
Yeah, he's you know what, he's more of an interesting person than the actual movies he makes, because I think there's maybe like only a couple I actually like, and the rest of like I don't like Spy Kids, but I you know I well,
You don't like the part where they were falling for a really long time and they looked at their watch and stuff?
Oh yeah, and
I'm
their
like, wow,
watch didn't
these
tell
are falling
time.
for a long time. That was original back then. That was like the first time anything made that joke ever, and then Danny Mann ripped it off and stuff.
I mean, look, when Spy
What
Kids
about the
came out,
date? Like,
when Spy Kids came out, I was already that was my second tour of the Iraq War, so I wasn't really.
oh yeah, you were like 30 back then, or
Well, yeah, that was right before my second family got exploded after a terrorist attack. So,
oh man, Jim, you have a really like dark backstory.
it's basically like they based the Punisher on me.
Uh-oh. Which
So
one?
except, I never went on to the punishing part. It was my friend was the guy who created, and he was like, "You should punish people." And I go, I don't really feel like it because I just got all this insurance money and I'm kind of just chilling out. But like, if you want to do that, that's cool, man. Just make him a redhead. And then that motherfucker didn't. Oh, I need to punish him. Whoever created that, I don't know.
And
The
Dolph Lundgren
pacifist
came
here.
out, and he took your spot.
Oh yeah, Dolph.
And it
I'm going
was-
through a Dolph Lundgren phase right now.
Spy Kids is gonna get a animated TV reboot, so it is David the Gnome. Anyone know?
Oh fuck yeah, David the Gnome. David the Gnome was the fucking shit.
I used-
Was it that? So I know what it is.
I remember that movie that came out recently, like 2 years ago, Romeo and Juliet. It's like Romeo and Juliet.
Oh
with
yeah.
gnomes.
Oh yeah, that was funny. That had a funny ending.
Did they die at the end?
Yeah, like they got together, right, and everything was happy, and then some punk kids like broke their faces in, and that's how it ended.
Oh,
I didn't see it, so I'm gonna take Ken's word.
like I legitimately want to know, like, did they die at the end of Romeo and Juliet?
I just said, yeah, it was like that robot.
I don't
chicken
trust
sketch.
you, Ken.
It was like that robot chicken sketch with the pumpkins. Remember that one?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
that one
yeah.
happened to them.
that was a depressing skit for me for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now
Also, reboot.
Hooray!
Reboot's getting a reboot.
What the
Waka
No, I
waka.
don't
What the
have-
fuck is a reboot?
Remember the show Reboot from the 90s? Like, it came out before Toy Story, and it was this CGI thing, and it looked so crappy.
Yeah, it had a good story though.
I used to watch it on Saturday morning.
Yeah, because it progressively just got darker and darker. Like, the first seasons were so happy, and, like, the fourth season, like, the little kid that was with them in the first season grew up, and he had this beard and one eye missing, and he was so hardcore. It was...
Oh, that is mega
Oh
awesome.
man, shit. Better watch that edge or you'll get cut. Damn.
yeah. Reboot.
Tony
Carl
J
Huntley.
voiced the villain Megabyte. Though Tony J's dead now, so I'm not sure who they're going to get to play Megabyte.
Dude.
Troy Baker.
Oh, yeah. What was that music video that's one of the first music videos to use CGI and it was all squarish?
Are you talking about Money for
Dire-
Nothing?
Yeah.
Look at them yo-yos, that's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free.
Yeah, Money for Nothing, because there was an episode where they make fun of... It's the same people. who
Oh yeah,
made it.
that's right. They do that.
Like, they bring out the band in their CGI forms and, like, the same knockoff looking of a house. Like, it looks like the
Really?
house. And
That's
then
funny.
it was in a talent show episode, and they get booed off the stage for some reason.
yeah.
Ouch.
I think
I was like the Weird Al parody of that video more from UHF. Beverly Hillbillies. That was good.
from what I heard, the reason they got booed off the stage in this one is because the animation studio was mad that everyone referred to them as oh yeah, you're that company that made Money for Nothing and no other accomplishments.
It was for like a while. They would play that video on TV and be like, the first video to use computer animation, and then they'd never play another video with computer animation. So you'd be like, oh, okay, it's 1993. Why are we still playing this video?
I guess they're just like fed up with that song.
I kind of like how this looks. Money for Nothing. I like how square it looks.
Yeah, it was like Katamari in a way.
It's a cool song. I don't know. I don't hate it.
Is this reboot going to be like a legit reboot of Reboot, or is it going to be a continuation of Reboot? Because
Who knows?
the way Reboot ended, it was on a cliffhanger.
Who knows? But like, I don't know. I honestly, I think these are all going to be in like CGI and on Netflix exclusive, possibly.
What I hope is that it is a reboot of Reboot, and then this series ends on a cliffhanger.
Oh, fuck everything.
Wrecked.
Next bit of news. Universal Studios has partnered with Nintendo, and they're going to have Nintendo-themed attractions at Universal Studios.
Hell yeah!
Like, I hope there's a Link CDI Adventures theme ride.
No, that's a drug
this-
trip.
Is this because Disney bought Marvel and so they're gonna lose all their Marvel rides and stuff?
Most likely.
Yeah.
I think that's probably
Yeah,
what's
that-
going to happen.
Oh,
I guess
Of
it's
course.
the next best thing, but only like 30-year-olds will go there because kids care about Call of Duty.
I think they'll probably keep the Hulk because Universal still has some rights to the Hulk. So
Oh.
Wait, how do they still have rights to the Hulk still?
they that's why there can't be a Hulk solo movie because Universal would have to be involved and Disney don't want to fuck with Universal basically because like that
But there
was
was
the
a-
only what.
But there already was a standalone one.
There was, but it was released through Universal. Like they had to make an agreement. So,
Oh, okay.
so like that's why when people were asking Eric Bana, like, "Hey, what's the deal with you in this Hulk movie?" He was like, "Talk to Universal." And supposedly Universal's like being stupid about it. So that's why he's only in Avengers movies, basically.
Yeah.
So.
You mean Mark
Everyone's
Ruffalo?
like, no, our Hulk.
Oh, I said Eric Bana, didn't I? Mark Ruffalo. You're right. Sorry. Eric Bana, they asked him, and he was like, I actually know, but I'll tell you. They're like, why are you here, guy who's cleaning out the trash?
What kind of... So do you have any ideas, like, what kind of rides you would want out of the Hulk? I mean out of Nintendo?
Out of the Hulk.
I want to climb
Oh,
on
there's a ride
Hulk's
called the
back,
Hulk.
and he jumps really high, like one of those thingamajigs.
I would like to play. I would like to do a real life Mortal Kombat, and then, like, you know, if it's someone who thinks you're friends with them, but you're not friends with them, and you could take them out and say it was an accident. I mean, never mind.
What you're saying is murder.
Yeah, the first theme park ride we can get away with murder.
No.
I mean, if two people sign up for it, like, it's okay.
You could do
Yeah.
bumper cars with Mario Kart.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
just like regular go-karts.
I was thinking
Yeah,
of like
regular
like
go-karts. Why not?
I was thinking of like one of those simulation machines, but with F-Zero.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Wait a second. Wouldn't they just repurpose the Marvel rides instead of tearing them all down? Or
That could
Yeah, that's what
happen.
we were just talking about.
Or maybe they'll just like repaint the Marvel ride to look like Nintendo rides.
Yeah. I mean, that would
Like
be...
make the Hulk into Donkey Kong.
yeah.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
all they do though is paint the Hulk brown and just like put on a tie. They don't like model a new tie. They just buy a tie from like
Yeah, just
TJ
plays Donkey Kong
Maxx.
Country music while you're writing.
And he's still wearing like purple trunks too. So
Yeah, but they paint the trunks like brown too. So like the trunks are still modeled, but like they just paint over it.
It's just a crappy color coding.
if they do make a Donkey Kong ride, will they just throw barrels at you?
I think no. What they should do is like they should take you to that top of the thing from the first Donkey Kong game with the red construction site and just put you in a
Yeah.
barrel and roll you down.
Oh, fuck.
That's as cheap as it can be.
Ouch.
Oh man, I remember something like remember that TV show Dinosaurs?
Yes.
Yes.
It's this stupid. Okay, for those of you who don't know, in the '90s there was this dinosaur sitcom, except it was like people in dinosaur costumes.
Yeah, it was a Jim Henson show.
Yeah, like and it looks so terrible now. Well, it looked terrible
Like
then.
how it ended.
But like, okay, I remember there was an episode where they go to a theme park, and like the theme park was a big ripoff, and they since they didn't have enough money, they couldn't leave the park, and they were trapped in there for like
Oh yeah.
a week or so.
That's fucked up.
And I remember this one ride with like the sister character just goes into this thing, and they say just go into this room, and you'll go for the ride of your life. And all it was a refrigerator box, and they just close the refrigerator box on her, and they just tip it over.
Jesus Christ.
That's all it was a refrigerator box, and they just tip it over.
Oh man, now I wanna start
Wow.
a
That's
theme
a
park.
good show.
Like, I remember this in first grade. Like, I saw that on Disney Channel, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. And, like, the next day, like, the teachers got mad at me because I was still laughing at that one scene.
Wait, did
You're
you
laughing at it now.
I imagine you stayed up all night just nonstop laughing to it, and they're like, we can't make him stop. We need to play something to make him stop laughing.
I think so.
Then they just put on Murphy Brown, and you were like, okay, guys, I'll stop. I'm sorry.
And now here I am laughing at the same thing since first grade all those years ago.
To be fair, it is a really good joke.
It is a good joke.
Yeah.
Like, how little do you care just to put someone in a refrigerator box and you tip them over?
Call it the Indiana Jones ride.
Oh, good one.
Oh, that movie fucking
You guys
sucked.
said that. You guys said that so begrudgingly, though. You're just like, oh, good one. Fuck you.
Well, it's remembering that I like to pretend that Indiana Jones ended with Last Crusade.
That's what
Yeah.
everyone says.
It was the last
But it
percent.
didn't, though, and it's not going to because Shia LaBeouf will take over.
Nah, that's never gonna happen.
Oh man, they so wanted that to happen. That's always sad when they they try to bring in new people to a franchise and it doesn't work out. That actually happened. You know that show, The Office? In the American Office, they brought in, like, halfway through the summer, before they said it was going to be the last season, they brought in new people, and they're like, what'll happen eventually is these new people will take over and the old people will leave. And then by the end of the summer, they're like, no, it's the last season, but we're going to keep these new people anyway. So they're just like sitting around that last season like, oh man, that must have sucked for them. They probably signed like 2-year deals, and we're all excited calling their mom. And then a couple months later, like, yeah, it's only for a year, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh well.
I mean, sometimes they make it obvious, like, the series is ending, but we're gonna reboot it with a new cast, because I think they were gonna do that with Night at the Museum 3, with Rebel Wilson.
Oh really?
Kind of seemed implied from, I don't know, from what was going on, because I guess Brendan Fraser got a... Wait, Ben Stiller...
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller in that movie, I think, I forget what happened. I think he got a better job.
Oh, they were planning on doing that with the Mission Impossible movies with Jeremy Renner, and then when they made the 5th one that's coming out, they decided he's just a member of the team. He's not going to take it over. So that kind of sucks for poor Jeremy Renner. He gets no respect.
Too bad, but going back to dinosaurs, like, I was told, I forget who told me, but like, no, wait, some guy from school told me about the ending to the series Dinosaur. Like, you guys know about this?
Oh
I-
yeah,
yeah. I saw
I
that.
actually, I was gonna say I recently watched the entire series like last year.
No, wow.
Yeah.
Why?
It has some good jokes in it.
Yeah, but
It has some pretty good writing. I mean, like the first couple seasons are pretty okay, but you know it gets better.
But let me explain what happens in the final episode. So it's basically winter came, and I don't know, the dinosaurs were snowed in and they stay indoors, and they're just looking at the weather report, seeing what's going on, and the weather report's saying like the snow is not going to end anytime soon, and it's going to keep going. And the dad dinosaur gives like a speech to the kids saying like, hey kids, it's okay. I mean, dinosaurs have been around for so long. Like, we can't just be wiped out, right? And then it just slowly fades out of the house, and it's just snowed in, and more snow's coming, and then it just shows the news reporter saying...
It wasn't snow, by the way. It was ash.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, was it really? Or
Oh, no.
Yeah, and the idea was his idea, the dad dinosaur, right? Doesn't he end? He's the one who inadvertently ruins the world.
Yeah, I think so. It's something like that.
Yeah, it was a message about pollution or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow. And then it just cuts to, like, the news reporter just, like, saying, yep, we're gonna die. Good night, everyone. And that's the end of the series.
Damn, that's harsh.
I'm the baby, gotta love me.
He was like, not the mom.
Not the mama.
Well, what a great fucking ending to a sitcom.
Well, you know, Full House had like the same ending, just nobody remembers that.
Like,
Wait, did they all die in Full House?
Yeah, it starts snowing. And they start and Danny Tanner had like really unethical views on what they should do for in this different future. You know, and he destroyed the world, and then at the end it pans out. I mean, it's panning away from the house, and they see it's all snowing, and then Jesse goes, "Have mercy," and then it ends.
I don't even know if you're serious or not.
I am serious.
Like,
And so then you learn, have mercy. It's like, have mercy on us because we're all going to die. And then you see, as it's panning out, you see these hordes coming to their house because they're the only ones who have electricity and food. And you don't know what happens after that, but I'm hoping Fuller House keeps that going. So.
Fuller House with the horde. They're in the house.
Oh, wait, do you want to know the pun in the title of Fuller House, other than that it's a sequel, obviously? So this I'm not making this up, even though it's going to be hard for me to keep a straight face during this. Her DJ's last name because her husband died in a car crash, like in the other Full House, but her last name given to her by this guy was Fuller. So,
Oh,
yeah,
that's terrible.
that's real. I didn't make that one up.
I'm waiting for the sequel after Fuller House being Fullest House. It's gonna be a hit.
Go. I married a guy named Brian Fullest.
so is that really how it ended?
Yeah, then after that,
Yeah,
Later.
it did. That's how it ended.
I kind of don't want to believe you guys.
Hey, come on! Look, it could be real because Family Matters ended with Steve and Carl in space. So you know, it's within the realm of possibility.
I thought a bomb went off or whatever. It was like atomic bomb or something like that.
It's space, something like that. Yeah, it's weird to watch. You know, people talk about first episode, last episode. I'm sure with Family Matters, you're like, what happened to the show?
I'm just waiting for like Big Bang
I
Theory.
guess family doesn't matter.
I'm waiting for Big Bang Theory just to end on like a terrorist attack, like they blow it up.
I
Wow.
would. Then he'd go bazinga,
Bazinga!
Like,
bazinga, you guys,
Like-
bazinga.
like they try to work in the title into the final episode. Like it's gonna be a Big Bang Theory.
Maybe a bunch of creationists will come after them, and that'll be the end. They're like, like it is just a theory. We told you.
But no, it's confirmed. They're dead. If it ever ends. But hey, other news. We were on this topic for too long.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, we should do an episode about Full House.
no. That would mean
Ashley,
That was immediate.
16, baby.
that would mean I would have to watch
I actually
it.
can't get through that show. Like I used to watch it a lot when I was a kid, and I tried to rewatch it, and it's such a horrible piece of shit. Like there's some things I can be nostalgic for, but anytime I try to watch that show, I'm like, I think something was wrong with me when I was in elementary school that I
It's
thought
all
this
you
was good
Christian
entertainment.
Family values. That's why you like this.
I think I was like a member of a cult that I could find something like that at all funny. It just
the
disturbs
Full
me.
House cult.
Ugh, it's the worst fucking show. Next news. Next.
Whatever happened to
news?
Mary
Yeah.
Kate and Ashley?
You got it, dude.
Like,
They're not doing
They-
the thing because they weren't asked. So
Their careers were over faster than a New York Minute.
well, see, the
They
thing is
had a
that
cartoon show too.
So it was a
great.
movie. There was a movie called New York Minute, and that's what I'm referencing.
they have a fashion line and stuff. They're very wealthy.
Is that still all going on?
Oh yeah.
What?
they had an animated series too. It was really good. I liked it a lot.
They had a ton
It's-
of video games.
Oh man! Oh god, the video games. Yeah.
My favorite one was Cory in the House on PS.
But they're not coming back to Fuller House.
They're just too good for it.
Well, how would they do it now? Like, are they gonna switch spots or? Oh, actually, there's a really good. Oh, I don't even know if I can find it. Mad TV skit where it was a behind the scenes of Full House, and they had the twins, and they're showing them as they got older that one twin got really fat and the other wasn't, and they still did the thing where they had. They had one in one shot and one in the other. It was like a really funny bit. Like the fat one would start to walk up the stairs, and then it would just cut to the skinny one running up the stairs. It's like, I'm sorry, that's really insensitive, but it was really funny. Now I'm gonna try to find this sketch because it makes me laugh. Sorry. Anyway,
On the last bit of news, Dragon Ball Z is back with a new TV series.
Dragon, wash the Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon
Now it's
Ball
called-
Super, and it's gonna take place after the Majin Buu saga, and it's being supervised by Akira Toriyama, the creator.
So he's gonna look at that and say, "No, don't do that."
Yeah, it's like
redo the whole episode.
did Akira Toriyama had anything to do with GT?
No,
Oh,
he didn't. Like, it was written by everyone else, and he hated it. And he also hated Kai because he didn't get to do any. Well, he thought Kai was boring because he didn't really have to do much.
Well, I'm glad they're finally making a new Dragon Ball TV series. That way, the video games have something else to repeat in their games.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love fighting the Cell Saga 18 games.
I don't know how many times there were video games where we fought like Vegeta and what was the other guy again?
Nappa?
Nappa. I keep wanting to say Sagat because he reminds me of that Sagat from Street Fighter.
Bob Saget?
No.
bring it back to Full House.
No.
Let's party!
Everywhere you look.
Everywhere. It's a heart. There's a heart.
Somebody
You fought the
with
Cell
me.
Saga.
Oh, I hope San Andreas wipes out that house in Full House.
Oh, that would be great if like.
The destruction of the Full House.
If that was the same universe and they have a preview of Fuller House and then The Rock only saves DJ and Stephanie gets collapsed into the world. I still know their names, okay? I still know their names.
That San Andreas movie reminds me of 2012.
Me too.
I keep thinking you guys are talking about Grand Theft Auto.
No.
Every time I see an ad for that, I'm like, so this is a Grand Theft Auto movie?
I mean, if you want to...
But
Well, crap, I forgot what I was watching, but I was thinking, this would be a Grand Theft Auto movie.
Pulp Fiction?
I don't know, but hey, if you want a Saints Row,
I got it kind of because I saw Crank
yeah,
on
so
a bus.
DBZ. Yeah, let's get into the topic.
Yeah, let's talk about Batman.
Marshal Wayne, are you coming?
What chance does Gotham have when the good people do nothing?
Nomex survival suit for advanced infantry. Kevlar utility harness, gas-powered magnetic.
All right, the topic today is Marvel Cinematic Universe movies Phase 1.
So this
I don't know, because I think that the podcast would be twice as long.
Talking about the MCU.
Yeah.
Iron
yeah,
Man.
Batman Begins was boring.
I'm actually more ready to talk about Phase 1 anyway, so this works out
Although
for Jim.
speaking of Batman Beyond, like I remember when I was 13, I watched that movie. I thought it was so boring.
Which
I'm talking
one?
about Batman Begins.
Batman Begins to,
But
like-
Let's talk about SpongeBob.
but with Batman Beyond, like what's sad about Batman Beyond is like I remember watching that. And it's like this is boring. Why can't it be more fun like Batman Forever?
Wait, what?
Batman Begins, and I thought this is so boring. Why can't it
when
be
is this
fun?
movie gonna begin? If you know what I
Oh my god.
I'm just curious. Why was the first one Batman Begin, but the second one wasn't Batman Metal?
Wait,
I said if the first Batman movie was Batman Begins, why wasn't the second?
why I would have all that money to have all those. How did I never think of
I mean,
this?
what's crazy is that like there's this website called Wikipedia and has all this information on these superheroes. Like I hope this doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Right? Asshole, that guy who delivered my pizzas.
He delivered them late, so I got them for free.
Whoa.
It's awesome. Sam Raimi had Spider-Man because 2, he just went all out. Like when he has the raindrops are falling on my head sequence. Like nobody has the balls to do that now.
Yeah, and then
He does the freeze frame where he's.
That's why the third one's the best.
oh,
Why don't people like cosplay as Emo Peter and just do that dance?
You should do that.
Like,
So
man,
Mr. Stark, you've been called the Da Vinci of our time.
It's very cool. I don't want to see this on your MySpace page. Please, no gang signs. No, throw it up. I'm kidding.
you want to know the crazy thing about the first Iron Man was the Marvel characters. So basically, if Iron Man had flopped, Marvel Comics would be over.
Oh,
Like all these other people would have owned.
Like and whatnot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like they put up the right. That's the only equity they had. So do a good job. See ya.
so basically it was one huge bet.
Yeah, huge red.
Heard of, or it has to be a character that people will always come out and see, like Batman, Superman, by that movie, and then it like exploded, and now he's like one of the biggest superheroes ever.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that they might as well have solved that on like, look, if I win this arm wrestling thing, we get to keep Marvel's rights.
Yeah, basically, it was pretty ballsy. And the other time they tried to about what he did to Mission Impossible. But that's basically why they wouldn't let him have Iron Man, because so what he did is, have you seen the first Mission Impossible?
No.
Oh, okay, well, I'm not spoiling anything major, but his character is not in the original series, the TV series. So in the opening of that movie, pretty much all the thing about the TV show, so much so they didn't even tell the cast of the original show who showed up to the premiere. And then ended up leaving. But since it's early in the movie, they ended up leaving while the press was packing up from the red carpet. So the press filmed them all angrily coming out of the theater. Which I always thought, like, why didn't you just sit down and tell them before you did this? But whatever. But yeah, so Marvel apparently, like, he was getting really close to doing Iron Man. And Marvel like said no because they knew what he did to Mission Impossible, and that's like a reason a lot of people don't want to have major properties with him, because he just kind of takes it and makes it. He would probably have it star like John Sam and and John Sam would take on the Iron Man suit, and it would be his own creation or something.
Yeah. But I remember,
True story.
damn, that's crazy. But the fact that like Iron Man became so popular is like, before that, all Marvel had in their cinematic universe that was really popular was X-Men and Spider-Man, and that was all.
Yeah, the Avengers, like, I always think it's funny the Avengers are so big now because, like, when I tell people I was reading an Avengers story, they're like, even nerds were like, whoa, dude, don't talk about that. Like, come on. But now it's like, how the tables have turned.
Oh, that reminds me. Like, there was this one of the things that Marvel was worried about when Iron Man was coming out is that Grand Theft Auto 4 came out the same week, and they were like, "Is this going to interfere with the box office results?" Which no, it didn't. But although it kind of happened now with the Manny Pacquiao fight and Avengers: Age of Ultron, because they said,
well, there was so many things happening.
Yeah, there was a lot
of
things that
sports
happened.
events coming out on the same day, I think. Well, same weekend.
Well, it's also like Iron Man's, the first Iron Man, nobody expected to do. It did better than anyone expected it to.
Yeah.
So I think it was more of a huge surprise because no one really, I mean, Robert Downey Jr. wasn't a star really. No one thought he could lead a big movie. So it really just shocked everyone. It was kind of cool because the only person that I'd seen like that was Johnny Depp, because he was kind of ostracized from Hollywood until Pirates happened, you know, because of what he did on the Speed Racer that never happened.
Didn't was Robert Downey Jr. like, was that like his, I don't know, big break into like movies again? Because before that, he was like coke addicted or on rehab all the time.
I mean, it was his big return because he was more of a supporting actor. He had done Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, but that wasn't that wasn't a big hit. Like, this was his big return, and then Tropic Thunder was later that summer. And then, and then after that, he got Sherlock Holmes and became like a huge star. But, and then he made The Judge. See, I did it. Everyone who's listening wanted me to do that. I did it. All right?
No one ever thinks about that movie, but you have to bring it up.
I bring it up sometimes as a joke, but I knew when I was saying that, I was like, I just have to say it.
Like, that's a movie like everyone's just going to forgot about already, but we're the ones keeping it alive.
You're going to cause a Judge reboot, Jim.
Man.
Oh, I would love a Judge reboot. Maybe it could be good this time.
They'll put us as a cameo, like he's listening to us on his iPod or whatever.
I just hope if they put us in it as a cameo, I want to be in the table, like in the table in the restaurant, and be like, hey, don't misjudge him. And then I can cringe at the incest subplot being even more so.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But what's if you notice in in Iron Man, when after he gets rescued from that desert place, like he goes back to Stark Industries or whatever, and he's carrying around. He says, "Yeah, I need a Burger King burger or something to eat."
Or an American cheeseburger.
Yeah, an American cheeseburger. But he's carrying a Burger King, which I guess they had toys for Burger King when that movie came out. But you know the story about that burger, right?
No. What?
Oh, I remember something. Okay. It's like something to do with him. What is it?
What happened is that when he was on drugs and all this stuff, like as he was high, he ate a burger from Burger King, and it tasted so disgusting because the drugs are influencing him, and he realized, well, if tasting a burger while on drugs tastes this bad, then I guess I won't do drugs anymore, and Burger King saved his life.
Look, if your drugs are fucking with your Burger King game, it's time to sober up. Everybody knows
you can ruin my relationships with my family and friends and have me sell all my valuables, but the moment a burger tastes bad, that's too far.
Look, me and the Double Whopper have a thing, and as soon as something gets in the way, that shit is done. All right?
No more.
I get my Double Whopper, I got my onion rings, not fries, because Burger King rolls like that. And if something comes in the way...
Winners don't use drugs.
When I'm at Burger King, I have it my way.
Yeah.
Look, they're making a movie. Robert Downey Jr. is shooting it out with the police. I don't see any cameras.
Well, yeah. What do you guys think of the actual movie?
I really, this might be my favorite Marvel movie. To me,
yeah, Iron Man's really good.
Winter Soldier, baby.
We're not there yet.
Because it's I like how it's just you just meet him. That's the whole movie, is just meeting Tony Stark. It's not really about Ironmonger and any of that stuff. It's just like you're just hanging out with him. It's kind of like a character study. It's there's like present. This one it's really like you're just chilling with him. And I know so many people who would not only see that once but twice and 3 times, who didn't like comics, who weren't into superhero movies, but loved that movie because it's just his personality. And that's what, like, you have to be a really good actor. Like, there's certain movies that make movie stars because you're just seeing this awesome personality of a character. And I think Iron Man did that, and it's just like, it's cool also because it's at that time, everyone was trying to do the realistic comic book thing. And it's almost like when I rewatch it, like when he flies out of the cave in that suit and hits the ground, like he should be dead and all bruised, and if Chris Nolan made it, he'd be in a hospital for months or something. But but like in this, he's fine. Like he uses comic book logic. It's like so much fun. It's like kind of cool that it's both realistic and you're hanging out with him and you know him as a person, but it's still a comic book.
It has the right balance. It doesn't skew too hard to one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, look at all of Favreau's, his best movies are all kind of character study movies. Like Elf is just them hanging out, Swingers, and even Chef recently. It's like all the same thing. It's like people just chilling out, being people. And I think like he's really good at making those kind of movies. Which is why Iron Man 2 sucked.
Oh.
Yeah, Iron Man 2 was shit.
But hey,
I forgot what happened. Didn't he like fight the main bad guy like once? And that was it.
In Iron Man 2.
What happened?
It was
what happened
just-
in that fucking movie?
I can't. Nolan will
Yeah,
defend
Iron Man
Iron Man 2, so we should wait for
Well,
Nolan.
basically, what happened was, who's that wrestler? Wait, was it a wrestler guy? Who's the bad guy?
The Russian guy?
Whip guy. Whiplash.
Whiplash.
The Slink?
Yeah.
Mickey
Mickey
Rourke.
Rourke.
Wimpy.
Wait,
Slave Master.
was Mickey Rourke a wrestler or did he play the wrestler? I don't remember.
He played the wrestler. He's not a wrestler.
Okay.
Wrestling isn't real, idiot.
No.
Moron.
The dark thing is, it's just like, whoops, one of Tony's weapons killed a guy and someone's out for revenge on him.
Well, it's all where it's like, well, they have all these superpowers and I'm a villain and I want to try to emulate what they do. And it
really bothered me about Iron Man 2 is the scene where they're at the racetrack and they ram a car.
2 is that, we totally skipped the whole.
We'll get to that.
But anyway.
Yeah.
But the problem with the 1 and 2 is that you could never franchise. It's like you can never make 1 ever again. So when you make 2, it like a lot of people are disappointed in that movie, and I think it's more because you could never really sequel
those.
Is it on the DVD? Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe because I really want to see what it looks like in his style.
Well, you can tell when him and War Machine are in that garden. I was like, when I saw that scene, I was like, oh, that's very Gandhi right there. It feels like Samurai Jack, you know,
for Thor.
Yeah, but Kat Dennings, I did not like her in those movies. I really wish they her funny sidekick.
Oh, all right. Yeah, her quirky manic pixie girl.
I actually don't mind Kat Dennings in everything else but the Thor movies. Like when I heard she was coming back for the Dark World, I was like, oh, really, Marvel?
You don't like annoying quirky girls? What are you, sexist?
I don't.
I hate Zoe Deschanel.
Oh well, nobody likes Zoe Deschanel. I mean, who likes Zoe Deschanel? Of it again, but it was supposed to have been insane. I still wish that the Sam Raimi Thor movie had. I think because he.
All right, but only if you don't make Spider-Man emo years later. God damn it, Sam.
Well, you know who?
And Sam Raimi's just like, hey, can I do Thor now?
Yeah.
You know who was gonna do Thor? Was Matthew Vaughn, who did Kingsman and X-Men First Class. He was like signed to do it. And it was supposed to come out like a year earlier, and then it got pushed back because Matthew Vaughn left, like he does with everything, and my heart.
Oh, yeah, I can't imagine Matthew Vaughn doing Thor.
I mean, Thor's better cast. The cast is better than those movies because I love Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth. They're like really well cast, but I don't really like either of the movies.
Although what I kind of didn't like about Thor was like when they're actually in Asgard, because it kind of reminds me of Episode 1 Phantom Menace in a way.
Yeah.
Just that it all looks fake to me.
Or in Mario Kart, the Rainbow Road. That it always reminds me of that. People kept making jokes about that at the time.
Oh, but that reminds me, like, okay, you know, in that fight for the first Thor movie, there's that metal mech thing.
Yeah, the Destroyer. I think that's what it's called.
When Thor gets knocked out and you see, what was that lady's name? The love interest?
Jane Foster.
Oh, Jane Foster.
Well, I thought it was Natalie Portman.
No, that's the actor's name.
Okay. Well, I don't know the character name at all, but I was going for the actor. But like the actor, actor Natalie Portman had the stupidest T-shirt ever. It was like this cloud thing. I'll only include a picture of it. It's this cloud thing with like cartoon legs.
Make it the podcast icon.
I will. I'll put it the podcast icon because that seems supposed to be dramatic, but all I could see was that stupid T-shirt she had, and I want that T-shirt. Like, see if anyone else is gonna stop me on the street and say, "Hey, it's that shirt that Natalie Portman wore in Thor."
In scene 468.
Yeah, that thing. Remember that?
Speaking of people who've worn shirts from movies, my sister once brought like an entire get-up from Lizzie McGuire, like recreated to the T. It was hilarious.
Whoa!
I'll see if I can find it.
That's pretty depressing.
With Lizzie McGuire, ouch.
Lizzie McGuire was the hallmark of
Britney Spears.
Wait, what?
I said she's the hallmark of Britney Spears.
Since Marvel owns Disney, when will Lizzie McGuire become part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I mean, they could have done that because the Ultimate Spider-Man, the cartoon, had a crossover with the Disney sitcom Jessie.
Yeah.
That did.
Like, people... When people said that Disney was going to buy Marvel, like, people joke saying, yeah, we're going to have Jonas Brothers meet the X-Men, and that's not too far off from what happened with Jesse.
Well,
yeah.
Oh, I'm reading on the Wikipedia that Daniel Craig was offered the role of Thor, but turned it down.
Wait, when did Marvel buy Disney? Like,
oh, they bought it right before. Right before Iron Man 2.
Okay.
Oh.
But yeah, going back to Iron Man 2, that was basically one big promotion for Avengers, essentially.
Yeah.
Because that's when...
There was a lot of Avengers.
The line, look, I don't want to join your secret boy band was a good line.
Yeah.
I
was
enjoyed that immensely.
Kind of a weird avenue to go in, because then they have to, when they make the Avengers, him be like, well, I was kicked out, so I don't know.
But yeah, also like Thor...
It does... At the end of Iron Man 2, though, isn't Nick Fury like, look, okay, you can join, Jesus.
Yeah.
and then Tony Stark's like, I knew you'd say that, and then he just puts on the sunglasses and walks the fuck away doing the jive.
Oh yeah, but also
doing Uptown Funk.
But also Thor is the one where they introduced Agent Coulson, which when he died.
No, Agent Coulson wasn't Iron Man.
No, that was Iron Man 1.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
Okay, because
No, they introduced Hawkeye and Thor.
Yeah, they introduced Hawkeye.
Okay, well, whenever Agent Coulson first appeared, like in the Avengers when he died, I was like, who is that guy?
What?
I didn't know.
You weren't paying attention.
I don't know. I was like, who's that guy? He's not Iron Man.
Agent Coulson originally wasn't even supposed to have that big of a role. Like he was supposed to be really dorky, like when they begin with, and just another Shield mook. But then, like, I don't know if it was Joss Whedon who really liked him, or somebody in the MCU's production team really liked him a lot, so they gave him a more expanded, serious role.
Yeah, but
he was a good way to tie them all together, because you didn't have to have Sam Jackson and everything. You know, you could have a lower level guy.
Yeah, and I didn't even know he was there.
And that's before they had the other Maria Hill or Kobe Smulders, because she started with Avengers. I don't think she was in anything.
Yeah, she wasn't in anything else. She was just Avengers and the second Avengers.
Every time I think
she was in Winter Soldier too, I think.
Oh yeah, she was in one. Anytime I think of Thor, I think of the Dutch angles.
Oh,
he uses a ton of Dutch. It's like half that movie is Dutch angles. They just like set the camera up, and he's like, "Nobody mess with the tripod." This is the whole movie.
It gets to Battlefield Earth levels of slanted cameras.
They were just like, he was like, comics, they use Dutch angles.
Yeah.
I'm going to use Dutch angles.
Yeah, what could go wrong? Everything.
And Kenneth Branagh went on to direct such great movies as Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit, and Cinderella.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the guy who directed Thor directed Cinderella.
Oh,
You really? Wait,
rest in pieces.
I don't see it on his IMDb.
Oh, the director.
What?
Thor is directed
what?
by Kenneth Branagh.
Kenneth Branagh.
I
He
did it.
directed.
Oh,
I did
Oh, wait a minute.
Cinderella.
Oh, I was looking at his actor list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's an
Oh,
actor.
yeah, he did. Oh, God.
Well, he was kind of the weirdest choice they've ever picked, because he's like a Shakespearean guy, and he's known for his very faithful adaptations, but he's kind of like, he's really, even before, like, he used to get a lot of Oscar nominations and stuff, but he was before my time. I don't really know much about him, and he always seems pretentious. The only thing I know about him is he's the bad guy in the worst Harry Potter movie. The second one.
Oh, okay.
I never watched Harry Potter.
I only saw the first
I'm
one.
not a nerd.
I missed out on Harry
too-
Potter.
I feel like it went on too long.
Damn, it was a big thing in middle school.
Yeah.
Was it like 3 hours or
Yeah.
how long were Harry
I
Potter
like
movies?
the Harry Potter movies. They're good. I like them.
Yeah, I need to watch them at some point. I've only seen like 3 of them.
Yeah, but next.
Oh, you should start with the third one. And, well, you should probably just watch them all. But the third one's when it gets really good.
But the next.
The thing is, like, I saw the first one, the second one, and the fourth one.
Oh, the fourth one's good. I like the fourth.
Yeah, I did like it.
The only two I genuinely don't like are 2 and 5. The rest I really like.
I do like for Harry Potter, they gave him a video game based on Quidditch, and it was by EA.
Yeah.
Like, we could have had, like, Quidditch 09 and Quidditch 2010 edition.
Why not?
Update the roster.
I like that. That's funny.
Include the girl from My Immortal in there as a joke character. What was her name? You know My Immortal, this Harry Potter fan fiction done by this Hot Topic goth?
Oh, I've heard about that, yeah.
Damn, what was her name? It was like the longest name possible.
I tried to read it and it was awful.
Like every bit of the thing is just her describing like, I'm wearing this black leather thing and black shoes and black cords and and that's half the writing. Her name was Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way.
Wow.
She was a
Are we talking about My Immortal?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now.
Oh.
And it was written by Tara Gillib C, a.k.a. XXX Bloody Wrist 666 XXX. Yeah.
Satan Lover 69.
Yeah. I think she's friends with Emily, I'm not sure.
Shut the hell up.
Oh, hey, with Captain America.
Our goal is to create a new breed of super soldier.
Are you ready?
Is it too late to go to the bathroom?
How do you feel?
Taller.
On July 22nd, you can discover...
What do you think?
I think it works.
The hero within.
What made you so special? Nothing. I'm just a kid from Brooklyn.
Captain America.
You know how to use that thing?
This film is not yet rated. It starts July 22nd.
The final film before Avengers. What did you guys think of Captain America?
Is it fair to say that the Captain America films are the more well-received ones, Avengers aside?
Yeah, because like basically 1 and 2 are so different from each other. That's so it's refreshing.
Well, the weirdest thing about 1 is it's not like the other MCU movies because it basically takes his entire World War II run and puts it in one movie. And that's kind of not what the MCU does. They usually pick a small story and do it. And it's kind of weird. It's like an older comic book movie where they try to combine like 100 issues in one movie but it's set up like a Marvel movie. So it's like, I mean, I like it. I like their pick of director was great. The guy who did Rocketeer and then Jurassic Park 3. I think that was a great choice.
Yeah, because Captain America, like, I think he's the most... I don't know, I like his character more than the other characters in the Marvel universe.
My favorite Marvel characters are Iron Man and Captain America.
Yeah, he really grew on everybody. I feel like he gets better as Captain America as it goes on.
Oh yeah, but you remember the controversy because it was Chris Evans and everyone knew him from playing the Human Torch in Fantastic Four.
Oh, Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I didn't like him until he was Captain America. I really hated him as Johnny Storm.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like kind of happy. Like, I'm surprised how much he turned his career around because I don't think most people didn't really like him before this, you know?
Like, I was kind of expecting, like, the Fantastic Four to cross over with the Avengers and, like, he plays 2 people like Austin Powers or something.
I wish that Fantastic Four universe was in the Marvel universe. I like Doctor Doom.
No, instead they just have, like, Captain America say, guys, I'll be back, and Johnny Storm's back. It's like, hey, what's going on, everyone? Where'd Captain America go? Like, I want that. I wish for that.
Wasn't Avengers 2 supposed to be the last Captain America film Chris Evans did, or contract deal with Chris Evans?
Oh, everyone, including Chris Evans, is signed until the end of Infinity War. So, he's signed for what?
I said rest in peace.
Yeah, so everyone's just signed until then. I don't know what's going to happen. No one's sure what Marvel's doing after Infinity War, but that's 2020, or 2019.
Yeah, I feel like Infinity War should just be the last thing, then they let the MCU rest, and then you just reboot it like a decade later.
The next film after Infinity Wars is just them all eating shawarma for an hour.
Actually,
there's one film after it and that's The Inhumans.
What the hell is that?
What is that going to be about?
I think they're starting to like do an Inhumans thing, like in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like it was like, spoiler warning, Skye is an Inhuman.
Who?
So.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Nobody watches Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No one watches the fucking S.H.I.E.L.D., dude. You're the only one. S.H.I.E.L.D. is crap.
A lot of people watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, I can't wait to watch the Avengers TV series without any of the Avengers in it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that was there was that Fox Kids show in the 90s.
Oh, I recently rewatched some of those. They're so bad, and like it's like Vision, Ant-Man, Wonder Man. I think Black Widow might be there. Tigra. It's like the worst Avengers characters.
Yeah, there's actually a pretty good Avengers cartoon on Netflix right now. Is Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. It has 2 seasons. It's pretty good.
Then Disney killed it.
It was like Marvel Justice League.
Yeah, Disney did kill that.
But at least we got that bee girl. What's her name?
Wasp.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wasp is awesome.
Yeah, I like to.
Oh, you know that Captain America everywhere else was called the First Avenger because they were afraid people would not like Captain America.
Yeah. I mean, it was called that here. Well, the subtitle was called that here. Captain America: First Avenger.
But apparently Captain America Winter Soldier could still be called Captain America Winter Soldier everywhere. So I guess everyone got over it.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to what Nolan said, like, the scene where Captain America stops the door from closing with his shield, like he picks up the shield and goes into the door. For a brief second, you see some guy in the background, and that's Bucky in his Winter Soldier suit.
Really?
That's what I've heard.
Oh,
I don't know.
Now I'm gonna have to rewatch First Avenger. I liked First Avenger is weird because there's like there's so many different comic book movies that do the whole too much continuity in one movie thing that suck, and First Avenger does it really well.
Yeah.
So but I also Joe Johnson. He was like a special effects cinematographer for Lucas, and then did Honey I Shrunk the Kids and stuff. And he's kind of a director I kind of like. Oh, well, you don't like Honey I Shrunk the Kids?
Oh no, I just remember like I don't know, they would just play that a lot. I remember there was a TV series and like.
Oh yeah,
it always came out.
Well, he didn't do that. He just did the first one.
The Honey I Shrunk the Kids like series just always came out at the worst times because like I remember like playing the Sims, the first Sims game until 3 a.m. and leaving the Disney on at that hour. And whenever Honey I Shrunk the Kids played at 3 a.m., it's like, you know what? It's time for sleep. I'm not watching this. Goodbye, Sims.
Yeah.
Oh, and also like Honey I Blew Up the Kids. Like first off, I was very disappointed with the title.
Oh, I saw that on a birthday party I took everyone to see Honey I Blew Up the Kids.
I wanted to see a kid.
The movie lasted a whole 10 minutes.
I wanted kids to like get exploded, but what the title implies is the kid like grows in size, not actually explodes.
Yeah.
I was ripped off. Fuckers. Fuck them. How about Honey I Blew the Kids?
Whoa.
Oh God.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh no.
Are you gonna still try to deny that you're not into lolis, man? Or
No. Yeah. Fuck that movie. Yeah.
Which movie?
Honey I Blew Up the Kids.
Now I regret bringing up Honey I Shrunk the Kids. Anyway, Rocketeer.
Yeah,
Rocketeer. This guy did the Rocketeer.
Yeah.
Which is why I was super excited for this movie. I was like, cool, I like the Rocketeer. He's going to do a World War II action movie again. I'm down.
Isn't Rocketeer like somewhat like Indiana Jones? I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's similar to Indiana Jones.
Because that's what a lot of people compared Captain America to, Rocketeer and Indiana Jones.
Well, this guy actually, I think, worked on Raiders as a special effects guy. He was kind of like, because he did Jurassic Park 3, he was kind of like a Lucas Spielberg spin-off director, you know?
Yeah.
He was like El Spielbergo.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, there's a couple of directors who are like, they can shoot like Spielberg kind of, but they're not Spielberg, and Joe Johnson's kind of like that.
Yeah, because it feels a lot more monumental, I think, compared to the other films. Because I don't know, one thing that I really liked is when Captain America and Red Skull are talking to each other on that catwalk, and everything's on fire in the background. I thought that was like the greatest shot ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't watch the first Captain America movie. Did Red Skull die at the end?
I think so.
Yeah, he was exploded by the Tesseract.
But they always say he's going to come back, but Hugo Weaving's kind of been like, no, I'm not coming back.
And, well, he like disintegrated. How is he going to come back?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's the Marvel. It's Marvel. They find a way.
That reminds me.
We use the ash of Red Skull to bring him back.
That reminds me, like, the Captain America movie was surprisingly violent, because you remember that scene, he's on, like, a plane or something, and a bad guy falls into like the turbines and gets splended up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Damn.
I remember that.
Oh man, it was bloody too.
Damn, I was like, I was shocked when I saw that. Like PG-13, we can get away with a lot more now.
That was like the very last part of the movie too. So it was like, well, you're this far in, so we can do whatever we want.
Fuck it. Oh yeah, but did you hear about that story about this one guy who's doing all these surgical implants and colorizations to his skin to become the Red Skull?
Oh god.
It is, like, look it up, but I warn you, it's pretty gruesome looking, the real-life Red Skull.
Real life Red Skull. Let me Google that.
It's like,
don't do Google image search, Nolan. You'll thank me later.
I think he tattooed his eyes.
I'm feeling edgy today. Let's do it.
Yeah, I think he actually tattooed his eyes, if I remember correctly.
Ooh.
Ooh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Oh.
He looks like an alien.
Damn, that's dedication.
He looks like an alien. I like it.
Oh. Yeah. What if someday someone's like dedicated enough?
He doesn't even look like Red Skull though. He kind of looks like a monkey.
That's racist, Nolan.
Oh.
He's not black.
Racist.
Oh, is he black?
You don't
Oh, he's black. So yeah, I just called a black guy a monkey.
Oh.
Well, guys, I'm off the podcast. I'm going to be arrested by the racist police.
Looks like you broke a non-disclosure agreement, and we'll have to kick you off.
Great.
This is the last podcast no one will be on.
No.
And then when somebody asks Pan, are we still friends? Pan will try to deny it, and then I will be like, we are not friends anymore. And I will go on a vague rant as to why we are not friends anymore. And then some other third party will go, listen, dude, you broke the non-disclosure agreement.
Oops.
That was a really specific reference, and if anybody
Bears! Get it? You hate the completionist.
Bears!
Oh man, there's not a podcast we haven't talked about these things.
We've always talked mess about someone popping.
Damn, this is why no one will talk to us.
Yeah, we just Shrek up everything.
Oh,
that reminds me, we got an animator, like someone working at Cartoon Network who's going to be on the podcast soon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, an actual guest.
Yeah. Wow, fuck you. Khalil, you're a guest on this podcast. Yeah, so let's get into the Marvel's The Avengers.
In a war, if you give everything you have, that makes you an Avenger.
How do we do this?
As a team.
Rated PG-13 in theaters and IMAX 3D Friday.
Okay, the whole movie of the Avengers is like, we got to get the band together.
Yeah.
That was the whole movie.
I remember...
I feel like once you get past all the excitement of this being like the first film of its kind, it's just kind of like, it's fun. That's about it.
I mean, I think
but once you...
the end, I mean, watching that movie, because it's not the greatest, but the end battle, once you've gone through that whole movie, is amazing. It's still a really great battle. That shot where they go from, it's like that huge pan where they have like Iron Man zaps his lasers at Cap's shield and it shoots a couple aliens. And then he flies up and you see Black Widow flying. And then you see Thor and Hulk fighting together. And then you see Hawkeye. That's straight out of an amazing like comic book splash page or something. That was so cool.
Like, if you go on YouTube and look up the Avengers storyboards, like, they storyboarded that scene, and it borderlines on being an animatic. Like, they could have made a 2D animated movie from the story.
Oh, yeah, it's... that fight at the end is so worth... Like, the opening scene with Loki, especially, is, like, probably the worst part of the movie. But when I first saw it, I liked it a lot more. But now I'm like, it's still kind of flawed, but it has such great moments.
I think the second movie's better.
We'll see.
I think the second one's a little more consistent.
Yeah.
It's more comic booky.
Well, they're both, Marvel's comic booky.
Yeah.
I know. That's
but
what
like,
I like.
Okay, here's something that bothers me in that scene, because, you remember there was a giant worm, like, going through the city, right?
Yeah.
Like, couldn't Thor, like, put his hammer down on top of the worm and stop it?
Man, he could do that to anything.
If they did stuff like that, that would make the worst movie ever.
Like same in like Avengers 2. Like, couldn't he just put his hammer down on the city that was flying upwards?
See that
I don't think it's that heavy.
It's not a spoiler.
These are things that would not make a good narrative, because that's like the whole thing. Like, why don't Frodo and Sam get on one of the eagles and just drop the ring in the volcano
it's one
and
of
go
those
home?
things.
It's like no one wants to watch that movie. Like they hang out in the Shire. Like, when are the eagles getting here? Oh, they'll be here at 2. Cool. Let's smoke more Hobbit weed and eat a bunch of burgers. And then they hop on the eagle, talk about what they're gonna do later, drop the ring in, come back, and go to sleep. That movie sucks.
Oh.
That'll be a good movie.
They should do that. They should make a movie like that where a
stoner Lord of the Rings movie,
like
man.
A stoner Lord of the Rings movie? That's an oxymoron.
Like the entire trailer is just like all the epic stuff that happens in like the first 10 minutes, and everything else is just them talking.
Wait, wasn't that what happened to that? I didn't see it, so maybe I'm wrong about this, but I heard that's what happened with the Hercules Rock movie. Like, all the ads were the beginning part, and the movie's completely different.
What?
I have no idea.
Because it's like supposed to be like, those are all the legends about him, and then it's like, see, I haven't seen this, so I'm going to shut up.
It's just a slice of life Hercules show.
Yeah, he's just hanging out, eating burgers. That's what I think life is like.
He's just
Everybody's eating burgers, apparently.
Everybody's eating burgers. Hanging out, talking about life. They're like, man, that Big Bang Theory sucks. Pass me a cheeseburger.
I like how they're like talking modern day.
Yeah, man. Dude, that's like radical, man.
Well, even back then, they knew the Big Bang Theory was going to be a show, and it was going to suck.
Oh
no, but Avengers was like the last. I remember leaving it and going like, this is the last time I'm going to see a comic book movie and be like, I can't believe they got this to be a movie. Yeah, because even Guardians is amazing that it became a hit, but nothing's gonna be like that ever again. You know, it's like losing your virginity, but with comic book movies.
Like no one ever thought that anyone would be able to like combine all these different movies into one crossover like this.
Yeah, it just seemed impossible.
For Justice League.
Yeah, but Justice League, which will come out by the time there's Avengers 3.
Damn, like, oh yeah.
We don't know. Batman and Superman can bomb.
Can't wait for
have to wait another year.
Can't wait for Batman and Superman just to shoehorn all these other heroes into one film.
Well, someone was bringing up. Well, first, I like that it's called Batman v Superman, so it sounds like a civil case. But but the other thing is, people keep bringing
That's
up
the actual movie. Is there's a court case?
It's kind of like.
Did we have a guest star with Robert Downey Jr. as the judge?
No.
That would be amazing.
You brought it back, baby.
See, this shows to me, Paleo, that you haven't seen the judge, because he wasn't a judge. He was a lawyer. His dad, Robert Duvall, was the judge.
Damn.
You have misjudged the judge.
Boom.
Oh no!
You're not a real fan of the judge.
You, Paleo.
You're a
Yeah, you're not. You don't really know the judge fandom like I do.
An army of one, the only one in the
An army of one, and then the rest is just a lot of creepy incest people.
Aww.
Like, what if in the sequel they go more into it? I'm just saying, it's not weird, right?
What if we have a crossover with Sword Art Online?
It's not weird. I shipped them together. It's not weird.
But that when Civil War was announced, they announced all these characters, and nobody went, oh, that's too many people in this movie, because everyone knows that's how the Civil War story works. And Batman v Superman, anytime they announce a new person, people are like, this movie sounds like it's going to be awful, because we don't know what this is going to be at all. And also, no one has any faith in the people who made Man of Steel. So
yeah,
Man of Steel was a good Hulk movie.
Oh.
Hey ho.
Good Dragon Ball.
You know what? I kind of agree with you.
It's on a roll, this podcast. Hot damn.
Yeah, Ken's killing it. I would just like a Hulk movie where he just fights as Hulk the whole movie. Why do we need all this stuff where he's like sitting around being sad with his dumb girlfriend? That's all we want to see is Hulk smash. Just give us.
Do you ever watch Planet Hulk, Jim?
No, is that the whole movie?
It's all Hulk. Hulk's like in the Coliseum and he's like fighting.
Let me explain the plot of Planet Hulk. Basically, what it is Iron Man thought that Hulk was too dangerous, so they ship Hulk's ass into space, and he has to fight in a Coliseum in space.
Yeah.
I think you'll like that movie.
I need to watch that at some point.
And I know there were all these rumors that there was gonna be a Planet Hulk movie, but it didn't come up in the Phase 3 plans. So
no more Hulk films.
Well, we still have the animated one.
Yeah, there's an animated straight-to-video film of that.
Yeah, it was funny.
I have the DVD of the straight-to-video Hulkverse, and it's like Hulk versus Thor, and then Hulk versus Wolverine, and they're both pretty good.
Yeah, because that was when like Marvel was trying to do the animated straight-to-video thing. Which were any of those any good?
I liked
not as good as the DC stuff.
Yeah.
I liked Hulkverse. Well, DC's always had the upper hand in animation. Despite that Marvel has Disney, you'd think that they would get their shit together, but
yeah, DC's got the better TV shows. Marvel has the better movies.
Yeah, when is my Avengers crossover with Cinderella? I'm waiting for that movie.
Oh, this is never gonna happen.
Or what was that Patton Oswalt speech on Parks and Rec, where he goes into how the MCU can cross over with Star Wars, and it's like the nerdiest thing you've ever heard.
Oh, it's gonna happen. I mean, maybe Kingdom Hearts could do it.
Oh yeah,
Kingdom Darts.
Yeah.
But yeah, Avengers was cool.
Yeah.
I liked it.
You know they were gonna make a video game and it was gonna be a first-person shooter, but in the perspective of
what you get to play as like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No, you play as the actual heroes like Hulk and Iron Man and fly around in first person. Which there's some footage available online, but it looks I don't know if it would.
Yeah, they said they were waiting for the right developer to make a game for the Avengers.
Yeah,
because they haven't had like an Avengers game in a long time.
They could do it with Hawkeye. As a first-person shooter, and you could just be shooting arrows.
And then you can see everyone else having fun and stuff.
Oh, you know, there was an Avengers game on the NES, and it was horrible.
Are you talking about Captain America and the Avengers?
That was 80 years ago.
I think I am. I think I have the emulator.
There's one that on the NES, and there's one on the Super Nintendo.
And the Genesis. I heard the Genesis one.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I played both of those.
Because it was originally an arcade game.
Yeah, I heard the Genesis one was actually good.
The game that was the one Marvel game that was really, really good, and it's the only arcade game I've actually beaten and played all the way through, is the X-Men arcade game that's based on the pilot, the animated pilot they made. I've played the shit out of that. Anytime I see that game, I end up playing it for like way too many levels, and then my wife's like, "We need to go home. They're closing."
Welcome to die, X-Men.
But it's a cool. I also like that pilot a lot, even though that's really off topic.
There was before the '90s X-Men cartoon, there was the what was the subtitle? It
was called Pride of the X-Men.
Pride of the X-Men.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah,
because I want to say it's spelled Pryde because of Kitty Pryde. That's her last name. I want to clarify that because you always have to have a new kid on the X-Men, and she was the new kid.
Yeah, 90% of that X-Men cartoon was just them in a parade, and that was all.
What?
No, never mind.
You don't get Han's funny knock-knock jokes, Jim. You gotta.
What was weird about that pilot is Wolverine had an Australian accent.
No place to hide. No place to run. No place to run. Mutant tale. The mutant tale has now begun. X-Men, X-Men, this is a day, this is a day. X-Men,
Welcome her. Wait, she's not joining the X-Men, is she? She's just a kid.
Wolverine, can't you see the girl is scared?
Yeah, the animation is really good though.
With my fucking claws.
What?
We can't hear you.
What?
An Australian accent.
Oh, I can do an Australian.
Who can do Australian here? Because I can't.
I think I can. Hold on.
A dingus ain't my bang. That's all I got.
Oh, you got a dingo, right? Hopping around. Just got to be sure. Got my claws out. Better watch out for got a drink of Foster's. That's what we call BRP in Aussie. But right, I got my healing factor. Where's Nightcrawler? See how you speak in Australian? You just think of a kangaroo. He hops, so your voice goes hop, hop, like that, and then it works. That's how you speak Aussie. I recently got an Aussie impression down because I've been watching the Mad Max films, so I'm all ready to speak in Australian, all ready for Fury Road, as we call it. I could do the rest of the podcast like this if you want, Pam. I don't know. Just take a ride on the Rebel taxi. Not sure what's going on.
What's worse is that Magneto was from New Zealand, so there was a rivalry there.
Oh yeah.
I hate those newsies, as we call them. A bunch of troublemakers, if you have asked.
I thought they were called Kiwis.
Yeah.
That's what we want you people to think, but it's not true.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
Sorry, I'll stop doing that.
Oh yeah, the X-Men arcade had 6 players. You can
if depended on if you got the one that had 2 screens or you got the 1 screen, then the 2 screen one is the awesome one. The 1 screen, I'll play it, but it's like not the same.
Yeah, it's like this super widescreen edition with like 6 players, and it's an arcade, so everyone had to be shoulder to shoulder to play it.
I actually played that with my dad, and we were at the beach on the boardwalk, and he kept getting quarters, and then kids kept playing the other characters. So we had like this army of X-Men of all these kids at the arcade, and then we beat it. I think we spent way too much money on that game.
Man. Yeah, they didn't make it available to any home consoles, did they?
No, they never did, and they should have. I need to get
exclusive.
Yeah.
If they ever did an emulator of that, I would love to play.
Everyone has
I mean, I'm sure you can emulate it on MAME.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do that But when I was a kid and I played it, my logic to the villains was like, I have to switch characters because Colossus can fight Juggernaut.
Oh, that reminds me, like when you play an arcade game and like, you remember those gun games? I would always put 2 quarters for each gun and a dual wield on those things.
Wow.
That's the best way to play it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, like
that's
how I played House of the Dead and Area 51. But is that all for the Avengers movies?
No, we gotta talk about all the Stan Lee cameos.
Roger, the Stan Lee experience. He's not Stan Lee, but an incredibly inaccurate simulation. Kids, please cover your ears.
So I called Jack Kirby into my office, and I got the cover of Fantastic Four 73 sitting there, and I said, hey, Jack, you notice anything different about it? And he said, yeah, my name's not on it. And I said, that's because you're fired. Get the out of my office. It was the best Ben Grimmie ever drew. Kids always ask me, where did the idea for Mr. Fantastic come from? 2 words. My pants. Don't believe me? Ask Kirby's wife. That
Catch an all-new X-Play, weeknights at 8, only on G4.
Like, why is Stan Lee in all these movies?
Spider-Man. Nobody gives a shit about these ones. The end.
Why is Stan Lee on these movies? What does he need? A bigger headstone?
I like the one in Thor where he's like driving the truck trying to get the hammer out.
Oh yeah.
What about Thor 2 where he's in a mental asylum?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like, even though I don't like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, I still actually my favorite's the one where he's wearing the headphones and Spider-Man the Lizard are having that fight. I feel like that was like one of the better ones.
I think my favorite one was when he was in Age of Ultron. He just fucked up Ultron. That was badass.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, that's the. I mean, we shouldn't talk about it. It's a spoiler. But when he's in the city and then Vision zaps him and he becomes super powered and he just starts beating the shit out of Ultron. Like Ultron's like, Stan, stop, and he's like, I'm gonna beat you just like I beat Jack Kirby, motherfucker. He's like, poop, 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 poop.
Excelsior.
And he's like, I'm gonna hit you like that legal case hit Jack Kirby's estate. Pow!
Oh.
I'm gonna make you eat this like I made John Romita Jr. eat my foot. Pow!
I don't even know.
Stan Lee and Quicksilver just kicked fucking ass in that movie.
Yeah.
That was Quicksilver. I mean, Quicksilver was such a badass. When that helicopter was like shooting those bullets, he was just dodging them all like a fucking pro,
I prefer the superhero quick shitter. He like takes the shit but like super fast and he just like goes there and he just runs away.
He's like a really annoying superhero.
Yeah,
like
quick shitter.
God damn it.
Oh man, that would be the greatest superpower if you're like, man, I have to take a shit, but I don't really want to sit on that public toilet. But if you're a quick shitter, you could just sit above it and it wouldn't be an issue. Quick shitter has it made. Yeah. Oh man,
not as good as
until the government stepped in and made started to looking at his powers. Yeah. Fucking government won't let quick shitter take a shit.
They also stopped the Flasher, the guy who can flash a woman faster than anyone. Like they wouldn't even notice.
And I keep telling you that's not a superpower.
Yeah, I mean, no one even noticed from how fast he was going, so it was like a pointless superpower, sadly.
Yeah. The Jizzer.
Yeah, the Jizzer. He's also a good one. He's a dick. Yeah, he's gonna be if you beat Splatoon on the Wii U, like if you beat it under 20 minutes, you unlock the Jizzer.
That's a video game joke.
Yeah.
We really just fucking destroyed this Marvel chat.
Yeah.
As opposed to our SpongeBob chat, which was 2 episodes.
Oh yes. Yeah. At least we actually talked about episodes. Oh, not episodes. Yeah. The movies.
Should we move on to questions, or we got anything else, or?
Are we going to talk about Howard the Duck?
No.
I researched a lot.
No.
Oh man, you know what's sad is Howard the Duck is actually the first Marvel theatrical film made.
He came to us from across a sea of stars.
Listen to me, small visitor. I can explain how you got here.
And he's about to discover who he really is.
Oh no.
A duck in big trouble. George Lucas presents Howard the Duck, a Willard Hike film, a Gloria Katz production, rated PG. Sneak preview next Saturday night. Check newspapers.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
You know what's funny? This is the best part about Howard the Duck being in Guardians of the Galaxy. Someone pointed out, they go, oh wait, Disney actually because they bought Lucasfilm and they own Marvel. So Disney totally owns the Howard the Duck rights. Like they were always up in the air. Not that anyone wanted to use them, but now you could actually make a Howard the Duck movie at Disney.
Gee whiz. Well, I mean, you know the story
I want to see that. That'd be really good. Oh my god.
Like, basically, last minute, I guess the director of Guardians of the Galaxy just said, hey, what if we put Howard the Duck at the end? And in one day, they designed and wrote in the scene. Well, they just wrote and designed him and filmed the scene later.
It's supposed to be the director did the voice, but it always sounds like Seth Green.
Oh, yeah, it was Seth Green.
Oh, it was Seth Green. Okay. Then I was right. Never mind.
Yes.
Or I was right in my ears, not what I
paid him $1 million to do one line.
They spent a whole day just to let's put Howard the Duck in. That'll be funny.
I think it's funny. I mean, the comic Howard the Duck is actually really good. Like, that would be, if someone would make a movie that was like the comic, that would be really cool. It's just that shitty George Lucas.
Explain what Howard the Duck, the comic, is about.
See, it's been a while, but I remember it's like really postmodern and kind of weird and referential and stuff. It was more of a stoner thing. It was a big hit in the 70s. I don't remember much about it. I read it like 10 years ago.
I heard people compare him to like a little bit of Deadpool, somewhat.
Yeah, that's kind of, as I recall. It's been a while, but he was the big Marvel character in the 70s.
Mm-hmm. What, really?
Yeah, he was a big hit. I'm serious.
Ow, that's their number one Marvel character, Howard the Duck, in the 70s.
He was selling really well. Like, there are pictures of like a lot of 70s celebrities wearing Howard the Duck shirts, like Mark Hamill and stuff. Yeah.
But eventually, Disney sued Marvel because, like, hey, you got to put pants on that duck, or otherwise it looks too similar to Donald Duck.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was their only thing. Like, put some pants on them. Then we're cool.
Put some pants on.
Yeah, well,
Donald Duck doesn't wear pants.
Exactly. Like there can't be two pantsless ducks running around in the.
That's Donald's attitude.
Because Daffy.
Well, Daffy's completely naked, so it's okay.
That's Donald's attitude. Donald's just full balls out.
Oh man, this reminds me I think it was a joke, but there was this DeviantArt group said, we are dedicating to get every single episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic and putting genitals on all the characters.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh god.
It's been years and we heard nothing from that and I'm disappointed.
You're disappointed?
I know it's gonna be awful, but I want to see it still. We could do the same for Attack on Titan, or all the Sonic characters, you know?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Now you're just giving people ideas.
Look, it's gonna happen. Someone's got to do that.
Are you? I just came back. Are you talking about the My Little Pony project?
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh boy. I just walked in on the tail end of that conversation.
You walk in on the best parts of the podcast. You're getting the clip notes.
Sorry.
Yeah, but I guess let's get into the questions.
Or should we go to the bathroom, or are we just gonna...
Avengers
Now this is the first show
it's a crossover from the internet.
The first.
That's what they're saying. It's probably like first network show, but whatever. But why are they saying that like it's a good thing? Like, have you seen the internet? There's a lot of crap on there.
Ian, shut up. We're on the internet.
Yeah, well,
the
whatever.
People right now are like, why are they saying this shit? We're fucking things up right now, man.
Who cares? Come on. We all know what this is. We know it. I know what this is.
This is a cartoon.
Yes. And, we're not making freaking art here. This isn't Leonardo da Vinci. All right?
Or even DiCaprio.
Hell no.
Or even the Ninja Turtle. Well,
no. Probably not.
At least better than Secret of the Ooze.
I don't know. I have a soft spot for that movie.
Got that ooze.
What was it like to pitch like Knock Force to a network? Because I heard you guys did that.
We didn't really pitch it. We just talked to world leaders and they pitched it, and that was
the world leaders.
That's the company who did. Yeah, it was like Obama.
I was imagining
Putin.
like you're yeah.
No, it was like the world leaders. Like that was the company who made Venture Brothers, and they were like, "We're gonna pitch it," but they pitched it with a bunch of shows that were like really, really awful, and that everyone thought would not get picked up. So we were kind of like, I think they pitched ours after that. But looking at that pitch book, like I agree with Ian and I both agreed on that. Is that like we really didn't work as a pitch, So. But then when I watch regular show, I'm like, motherfucker, why didn't I think of that shit?
I think for any
that to base it on the animation, and then they hired a bunch of those kids as voice actors. That's like the original tapes, and then the test animation, and all that
It
stuff.
reminds me of that claymation show where it has animals talking. I think.
Oh,
it looked like Aardman animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
How much of that
doesn't get credited?
How much of that was recorded?
Questions if like from 2003 or whatever, and we signed it, and I don't know, someone
Did we say welcome to the future?
saying your website is crap. Look at what we have in the future. Invader Zim is still not back, except in something like that.
It's not like that. Yeah.
And eventually, someone found that. Someone else, the website for Amanda Bynes from when she had a TV show, and she had she played this obsessed one.
No,
it was there like 2 years ago, but now it's gone.
Amanda Please is gone.
Yeah, it just leads back to Nickelodeon's website.
Well, Nolan sounds like he's having
Is it wait?
It's like taking away peanut butter jelly. Time.
Wait, is the Space Jam site still up? Space.
It should be.
It better be.
Oh man, give me hope.
If it's not up,
there is hope in the world. It's still here.
Yeah, it's still here. Press box.
Right now.
Yeah.
We got a real.
No Space Jam news at the moment. Go back to Space Jam homepage.
Back in Action. Does that have a site that others?
I don't know.
Looney Tunes still up? Oh wait, no. Oh wait, yes, it's still up. Yes, it's here, and the website looks slightly better, I guess. Ugh. Oh, I can download a wallpaper. Yes, 1280 by 1024 wallpapers.
Do it and get a virus. That'll be perfect.
Click to order the DVD to be a little printer. Okay, but anyway, question. So if you have a question, be sure to start Z Wrangle. It says, question, so at my school, me and my friends did a whole record for the most Shrek said in a day, which...
Wait, did they had to... Is this the person who had to do Shrek?
Counted it, I forgot about that. Who knows?
I mean, I've tried to talk to my Shrek sponsor tonight probably about... I'm trying to get off Shrek. I'm trying to incorporate Shark Tale jokes,
Sure.
Yeah, baby.
Surely there has to be a legit record.
More problems.
Let's see. Next question. Oogie.
Get to this question. Can we talk about that username?
Oogieville Theodore.
That's someone who liked Oogie Loves enough to name their username after it.
I don't remember.
Adventure doesn't start until you join in the fun. I can hardly wait. Only in theaters. August.
What Transformer? What will we transform into?
Yeah, what will we transform into?
A white man.
Oh.
A black man.
Yeah.
One of TV Trope's funniest moments.
We have a TV Tropes.
Wait, there's a TV Trope? I need to look up ours.
Damn. People deliver pizzas on.
That's
Hey, you stole that guy's pizza.
Hey, could Transformers transform into other Transformers?
No.
Are you sure?
That guy was the coolest.
Jazz?
What?
Yeah. But then he couldn't play. None of those tapes played. They were just robots.
I thought that was
like,
Soundwave.
Yeah, Soundwave.
Yeah.
He would just chill out, bumping tunes.
When you say boombox, I think Jazz in the first Transformers movie. This looks like a good place to chill. And he just he breakdances. He breakdances as he transforms. Oh, Michael Bay.
I transform a
bitch fucker.
I would transform into somebody. I would transform into someone that my mom would want to talk to.
Oh yeah. By the way, we're recording on Mother's Day. Sorry for that.
I've noticed. Actually, I've gotten a lot of messages where people think we record this on Tuesday.
Good luck. Search up all these things to like edit in stuff. Like
yeah, we all got jobs.
Yeah, you know, I have a sound effect. I gotta find all the sound effects.
I gotta do Mother's Day dinner soon.
Sound effects, you know, I gotta, you know, just to.
Oh, it exploded!
Oh
no!
It exploded.
Well, then there'll be the runaway sound.
Oh.
We haven't had that one in a while. I think it needs to come back.
We need to find a good context for it. Devin Huffman, question: could you explain the pancake thing?
No.
Alex, okay, so last podcast, Nicholas was on, my 12-year-old niece, and I don't know, I kind of based it off this other guy.
You're unoriginal.
He went, and like his girlfriend said, this is a picture of my daddy cutting my pancakes for me. Or like the guy reblogs it again or something, and they check back on his blog, and then apparently those two broke up, and the daddy says, what? Like he makes one last post before he deletes his blogs. YouTube. Next question. How do you not get copywritten? The way YouTube works is like if you play a TV episode or movie long enough, it'll catch it. But if you like play for like, I don't know, play a clip for like 30 like maybe 10 seconds and cut away the podcast. Maybe we'll do Phase 2 Marvel some other time. I don't know, but yeah. I'm Pan Pizza. I like to eat the doo-doo. Who are you people?
I'm Nolan. Start diet.
Yeah, paleo diet.
Paleo, yeah. Be sure to watch his podcast too. Yeah, it's too late.
Oh, rats. I sure do dislike that person.
Yeah.
It's getting old, Pan. It's getting fucking old.
I will keep Emily around forever. I mean, if Fred can be popular, then so can Emily.
Who's Brad?
No, Fred. Oops.
Well, YouTube Fred?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He would never be
Even still around?
He's still alive, I think.
Really raunchy vlogs.
I thought he was like doing like some like Wes Anderson type of
just like
production team now, maybe.
I thought like his vlog would be like, you know what I can't stand? Blacks.
Oh.
That would be great. Yeah.
Damn it,
racist.
Fred.
All right. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone. So long, fuckers.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up. Shake your whore mouth.
We'll stay forever this way. You are safe in my heart, and my heart will go on.